We are here at the Gartner ITxpo Orlando 2010, and we have Brian Moynihan from eCore. How are you doing, Brian?
I'm good, thanks.
Very good. So what's your take on your participation at the Gartner event?
I thought it was great. I thought 8,500 people, lots of activity, good energy. It was great being part of the Brazil IT exhibit. Lots of traffic, and I think people seem to have a really good attitude towards Brazil this year.
Very good. So tell us a little bit more about your experience as an American executive working with a Brazilian company.
Well, so far I've been with eCore for a year now. Number one, my boss, Marcelo Silveira, has been great to work with. From the standpoint of the Brazilian culture coming through and how he runs his company, hardworking, entrepreneurship, honest, trustworthy. It's been great so far. And I also, not just eCore, but the other companies here, I see a lot of the same traits, and that I think bode very well in this U.S. market.
So looking, going forward, what do you see are the main challenges that Brazilian IT companies have to be successful in the North American market?
Yeah, it's funny. I think some of it just has to do with Brazilian companies being patient. Okay, so you know, the Asia market, European markets over here from an outsourcing and partnership standpoint was not, didn't come overnight. It took some time. And also some of the things that the Asia market has, Brazil does not have, but many things that Brazil has, the Asia market doesn't have. So you need to be patient in order to be able to get the message out to the U.S. market. I think that U.S. businessmen are beginning to understand that there's a lot of untapped wealth of knowledge in Brazil, as well as a culture that's very similar here to the U.S. I see Brazil as probably a few years behind U.S. market in terms of culture, having the same culture, but there's a humility about the Brazilian people that as Americans get to know it, they'll embrace it. And I think that if Brazilian companies can be patient, invest wisely, make sure that you stick with your business plan, and you will be successful. And that's the way I think eCore will be, and I think we'll see the other 18 companies here do well too.
Very good, Brian. And lastly, if you were to give a silver bullet advice to a Brazilian IT company that has not come out here to the U.S. yet, what would you have them do first?
Talk to other Brazilian companies first about what it takes to be successful here in the U.S. I find that, and I think collaboratively, Brazilian companies can work together, learn from your mistakes, don't recreate the wheel, use the template for success that other companies are using before you even decide to come here to the U.S. and open up a storefront.
Thank you very much, Brian.
My pleasure, Robert.